All right. Just leaving the weed store. That's where I get all the candies. Stuff for her weed needs. It's my third day off. Every 2 weeks we get what they call a red day, which is just like an extra day off added through the week. Let's go this way. Quick little ride home here, not too bad. Hoping maybe you guys get to see some of the changing of the colors and stuff, and catch you guys up. I finished enough of the roof last month to get our insurance back. Yay. That's great. We were without it about 8 days. So that could have been worse. In doing the job, I wrecked my knees somehow. I really did something to the right side and the left side, and not as bad. But didn't really realize how much it affects everything. It affects your muscles, like your calves and stuff, where you walk weird and funny. Holy crap. So since I've been done with it, I've had a couple weekends with red days, which gives me 3 days off. So I have literally sat with my feet up in the recliner, and on my days off do nothing. And then when I go to work, it's 20,000 steps around about a night, and usually we're hoofing it. So by the time my days off come again, my knee is just really hurting again. But it's slowly getting better, which is cool, which means it's going to heal. This so looks like where I was born and raised. This type of area and neighborhood, except for the leaves changes and stuff. We had some of that down there, but not a whole lot. Up here, you get half and half. I love it. The leaves change. You get to drive through and see the leaves change. Like we were hoping to get to drive through the forest. Every year we try to drive through Capitol Forest to catch it. We didn't get to this year. So far, maybe next week if they're not all dropped by then. But anyway, the roof is for the biggest part done. I still got to get up there and do a couple of things, but the rainy season is on us. It's just was probably the universe's way of getting me motivated to get the roof done before it turned to shit here again. So it's done enough to where even if I couldn't do anything to it until dry season, we'd be okay. Sorry, it's looking for internet. Let me see if I can turn that off. Okay. Usually up to the left, just up to the left, you can see Mount Rainier, but it's a way too cloudy and rainy today. Rainy season starts up here when it gets cold. Rainy season starts. I thought that was going to be a problem, but we're not in the rain enough for it to matter. I guess if I was working outside or something, yeah, then it would suck. But you know, it gets down in the 40s and 50s and it rains. But up here, it's not rain like where I come from. When it rains where I come from, you can't see the hood. You know, down here it sprinkles a little bit, and that's considered rain. But hey, whatever. Where I come from is super extreme weather, so it's really, really nice up here. It got in the 90s, maybe, I don't know, a total of a couple weeks, maybe, if even, and that was spread out. Usually it'll hit 90 one day, and, you know, then you get a few days in the 80s. And, but it's mainly 60s and 70s. Only in like the super peak so far of the summer hasn't got like hot. Hell, it hasn't been hot up here to me yet. It really hasn't. Even when the temperature is high, there's normally a breeze, something, cloud cover, you know. Some days you get days that just really hot, but it's not sweltering. In Florida, man, it would just get hot all day and just stay. It would get everything radiating heat. So at night, it was still hot. If you were in the city, you get no break from the heat in the city. And up here, it's not like that. The second the sun drops, boom, temperature drops 10, 15 degrees. We did live with no air conditioner up here the whole 3 years we've been here, up until the last 2 months. The whole time, every house we were in, there was no air and no real heat. Maybe the first trailer we lived in might have had heat, but I don't think it had air. I don't remember, because we never used it if it did. We've had our windows open the whole time up here, up until now. But that little air conditioning system that split. Anybody ask you about the mini duct or ductless mini split air conditioners, heaters, heat pumps? Say yes, they're awesome. We absolutely love ours. They work really, really good. I came this way because of the traffic. On my way here was just bumper to bumper traffic jam. Oh, actually, I got a little video of that. I think I posted before this one. There's a lot of old barns out here. I was thinking about going and seeing if people would give them to me if I went and tore them apart and harvest the wood. Because now people are doing remodels and stuff and doing bars and things like that with using old reclaimed wood, so the inside looks old. And I think they get like $10 a foot for it or some stupid shit like that. Be a pretty good business. You can make it up here. Listen, if a bitch can't make it living up here, just give it up. Because in Florida, there's lots of jobs. I stayed out of work because the only jobs available, I couldn't make enough money to support my family. But there were plenty of jobs. Up here, not only is there plenty of jobs, but the jobs pay. The jobs pay well enough to where a bitch can make a living. Or at least for me, I can make a living. I don't know about other people or whatever, but I'm right now by the hour making more money than I've ever made, ever. And this was the first job I got coming up here. I wasn't even going to take this job, guys. I was actually hoping that I could work out something with Gold Tone to start up out here, to start another division on the ground out here, Gold Tone West. And that fell through. We went to bingo, Mother's Day bingo out at the casino. And Candy goes, "This is a nice place. You should put an application in here." Bam. I was going to work security till I found something else. I want to go to work at a weed store. That's why I moved out here. But that's not happened yet. I'm still at the casino. I'm on my 3rd year. And I love it. I love it. I make great money. The people I work with are super damn cool. I mean, just awesome. They're like family. Actually, they're better than family, I guess. We all bleed the same shit. So we're all family. But so far, it is absolutely awesome up here. I cannot tell you how much we love living here. Colin is doing unbelievable. They love him where he works. He's working on moving his way up through the kitchen, and he has. And he's been there for 3 years now also. So man, before you know it, he's going to have 10 years in. He's already got a nice 401 started that he doesn't touch. He's got his credit is probably around 800 or 900 or whatever. He's got a perfect credit score. He's doing all the right things. He's got all kinds of friends there. They go and hang out and do shit. And he's working on getting his regular driver's license now. He's been driving. He's had his permit for a while. Now we just need to go get him the test. And once he does that, he'll be completely 100% self-contained, or whatever you call it. He'll be able to do whatever he wants to do in his life with no jail record, with no, marks against him. He's done it. The boy has done everything exactly right, the way he should do it, the way you say you want your kids to do things. He's done it exactly that way. So, super blessed about that. And I don't know. That's about it. Everything's good. I'm healing up as long as I don't step wrong, do something, twist something wrong, and be careful like I have been. I should be back up to snuff pretty soon. Got to get her porch done. Because she goes outside to smoke and she watches the birds and stuff like that out in the yard. And the big tree that we have in the summertime is nice and green and shades that side of the house. But it doesn't help for rain and when it's cold and blowing and stuff. So I've got the metal. I bought extra metal whenever we did the roof to put a 12 by 12 cover over the porch. So that's my last thing. Ooh. Look at the birds up there. Can y'all see that? Up on the top of the trees. Huge flocks of birds. That's pretty cool. Yeah, once I get that porch up, bam, we're good to go. That's the last thing I got pushing me is that porch. Everything else can be done piece by piece, project by project. Even the roof. I do need to get back up there and do, like I said, a couple things. But even if I don't get to those things till the next dry season, we're good to go. All the main part of the roof is done. Everything's screwed down. Everything's secure. And it's all past inspection as far as a roofer goes. So that's good to go. Now the damn permit for the permit to cover the porch is actually twice as much as the roof was. That's kind of got me concerned right there. So I'm talking to them to see if we can do something about that. I mean, it's more than the materials to do the roof. I mean, to do the whole daggone porch. So we're about to get that squared away. And reckon that's all about it. Just wanted to hit you guys, and anybody that's interested, want to catch up with what's going on with Project Jernigan. That's about it. I don't know. I'll keep you guys on here, so if you want to see some more of the leaf changes on the way home, about probably 10 minutes from home. I'm helping the guy that owns a corner store is having an air conditioner problem. I'm no AC mechanic, but I just installed ours and I know a little bit about charging them and stuff. So he's evidently got a leak somewhere that needs to be found. And I'm going to help him out with that. Hey, always good to stay in with your corner store guy, you know what I'm saying? You never know when a bitch is going to need a RC cola on a moon pie or some shit. Where I was raised, it was a 2-lane road through a small town that had a blinking yellow light. And then, of course, it started to grow and got more red lights. And then all of a sudden, it was all ranchers and Orange Grove owners that owned 90% of the property there. And then as time went on, the orange business kind of took a shit after a couple of big freezes, and a few things happened. And, the old timers started dying off, and the kids, some of them was not too interested in working the land, so they sold it all off. And now it's all developed. It's developed to shit. I mean, it's just incredible. People are moving there like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I guess maybe it is. Now, I'm not going to ever say anything bad about it. It was a great place to grow up. Great friends, great people, great teachers. I'm sure there were dickheads, and I'm sure there was bad things going on behind the scenes I didn't know about. But for the most part, I had a great childhood, had a great place to grow up. It's just all different now, and don't care for it. I don't like dogpiling on top of people. I don't like being in town. I don't like going to town. I don't mind people. I'm just, I don't want to live up amongst a bunch of people. I just don't think that's the way things are supposed to be set up. I think we're supposed to be on our own property, growing our own shit, taking care of our own. But we kind of rely on technology nowadays more than ourselves, and rely on somebody else to feed us more than ourselves. And I'm as guilty of it as anybody. But I just can't get up in town, guys. I just can't. Done it. And I just can't. We're actually not far enough out for me as it is. I like seclusion, but the place we're at is fine. It's secluded enough. I come home at all different times of the morning. Anytime between 1 and 5 in the morning, we'll be pulling in. Then it is always just crystal quiet. I mean, there's nothing going on. People aren't breaking into shit. I don't know. The kids in the daytime can walk down the road all the time. I see them walking from house to house and walking down to the store. And, Colin walks down to the store or takes the Jeep. But even when he walks, we ain't got to worry about him or shit happening. Not to say there ain't bad things happening everywhere, but it just seems not to be happening too much around us now. So it just reminds me of where I come from back in the day. It's a little tiny, this used to be a sawmill out here where we live. This whole area was a sawmill and a prison too at one time. Like a territory, one of the territory prisons out here. And it's way out in the middle of nowhere. And it was a logging community. That's what they did. And of course, sawmill and all that shit's gone now. But that's all this was. And it's just a little tiny town. I mean, there's probably not 600 people there. I think that's what the census was last time, or something like that. 600 and some people. Which is like Holopal when I grew up. Same thing. Mill town. Bull Creek, little mill place. They had a sawmill out at Bull Creek. Most people don't know where it's at, but there's a huge ass pile of sawdust out there. It used to be. It's about gone now. Probably gone completely. But that pile used to be 20 feet high when I was young. There's a big ass sawmill down there by the creek. They brought out huge cypress trees back in the day. Well, that's what this is. It's a mill town. And that's how they survived here forever. Well, I'm going to stop in here and see my buddy Chong, see if we can help him out with this air conditioner thing. Then home to my girl. Check it out. You'll get a good shot of some of the trees down there. Nice. Our Dakota sign blew across. They have a famous haunted house here. Right down the way. I'll show you. Down there, that gray 2-story building, like the second block down, way down there. Not the bar the guy just walked out of, but the next building down. Big ass haunted mansion or haunted place. People come from all over the state and Oregon to come to this haunted house. Colin went the other night and said it scared the piss out of him. He doesn't get scared very easy. Anyway, thanks for riding, guys. Have a good one.